Hi there, just wanted to go over a few things that we've been talking about in our lessons. Just wanted to go over some of the stuff we're doing at home for practice, hopefully, and keep it going, keep the ball rolling with our songs that we're learning. I do want to remind you that I really want you to do the finger exercises that we've been working on, and I want them to be all up and down the neck. So starting on the low E string on fret 3, I want you to do that spider walk exercise that we do, and I want you to go from the low string to the high string and the high string to the low string. So we'll do that just like I mentioned last week. So the 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can start wherever you want on the neck. So we'll always start there just to get our hands warmed up after we did our stretch and our warm-ups. I want you to keep doing the strumming that we were working on. So the Taylor Swift song that we have our anchor with our third finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. I really want you to maybe just go between the C and the G chord, which are the first 2 chords in the Taylor song. And I want you to get that strumming going, get our hands going up and down, our right hand kind of like this, like starting on the C and then going to the G, and just back and forth so we get that motion going. And then that will be our strumming exercise. So something like this, like keeping our finger anchored there, just so we're getting no buzzes and our fingers moving quickly. You know, obviously start slower. That's what we did last week, because I want you to get to the fast changes like the song does, and have that down. So we're the C, the G, the D, the E. You already kind of know how to do it that way, but I really want you to do like the strumming. Keep that going. That's really, really important, doing a little strumming exercise so we get our right hand, left hand going. And I really wanted to work on the Hey Joe song this week, which is pretty much the same chords as the Taylor song, but we already talked about it. We made up the Costco gives donuts away early. So that's C, G, D, A, E. So it's essentially the same chords that the Taylor song has. We're just adding that A, which I showed you last week. I just wanted to remind you. And you can also just do the open A string and our first finger on the 2nd fret on the D string for the A first, but I really want you to get your whole finger over the 2nd fret on the D string, the G string, and the B string, and then the open. That's the whole A chord that we talked about. We didn't really go over it too much last week, so that's kind of what I really wanted to work on. This week is to get you going on that A chord where we're holding. You can even do it this way with your first finger on the D on the D string on the 2nd fret, our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the G string, and then on the B string, 2nd fret. So if that's easier to do it that way, do it that way. But I showed you this way with just one finger holding over the 3 strings last week. So whichever way you want to do it. So that was the only chord that I was adding to the chords that we already know, because we already know the C, the G, the D, and then the E for the Taylor song. So all we're adding for the Hey Joe song is the C, G, D, and then it goes to A, and then to E. So you can play it exactly like we did with the Taylor song, and then add that A. It goes to E major actually, so it doesn't really work with the same exact chord as the Taylor song, which has that anchor there. But like I showed you before, you can do the E as a power chord there too. And then you can do that cool riff. So that's what I really wanted to work on. I know that we spent a lot of time doing the Blackbird song, which you were doing really well, and I hope you've been practicing that. And we got to up to the blackbird singing in the dead of night. So that's where so you were doing really well with that. And then singing along really helps. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. So that you were getting that really quickly, and then we were doing like the very end. But I think you should keep doing that, and just so we can get it down, and then we can move on to the rest of the song. But I think those just those little reminders will help you a lot. I really want you to work on that A chord. Maybe your dad can help you look up some tabs for the full A chord just so you can get a visual of it. I think I gave you a piece of paper with A chord on there. But if not, I'm gonna send you some, or just anyway, I'm gonna send you a chord chart with all the chords for the Hey Joe song, and then hopefully we'll be able to work on that, and then you can jam with your dad. All right, hope you're feeling better, or hope you're feeling good, and then I'll hopefully see you next week. All right, have a good one. Bye.